I remember sitting down on my bed late March 2025, staring at my gym receipt, feeling like a complete failure again. The excitement of the new year was gone. The big goals I had set were collecting dust. But the thing that really messed with my head was that I knew I wasn't lazy. I am ambitious. I set big goals. And I genuinely want to change. But somehow, every single year, I end up right back where I started. If that sounds familiar to you, I need you to stay with me because what I'm about to share isn't another motivational speech about believing in yourself or just trying harder. There's something fundamentally broken about how we approach change. And it is not your fault. The entire world has sold you a lie that January 1st has some magical power to transform your life, that a fresh start is all you need. But what if I told you the reason your goals fail has nothing to do with motivation or even discipline? What if the problem is that you are building them completely backwards? By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly, and I mean exactly, what you need to do in the next 24 hours to actually change your life in 2026. But first, you need to realize that you do not have time. 5 years ago was 2020, the year everything stopped. The year we all said this would be over soon. And now it is almost 2026. 5 years has gone by. And in another 5 years it will be 2030. You will be 5 years older, looking back at this exact moment, wondering where the time went. And here's what scares me about it the most. You still think you have time, but you don't. Right now, you are probably planning to waste away December, coast through the holidays, reset in January with those fresh New Year resolutions, if New Year, New Me kind of thing. Resolutions that you know deep down won't last past February, but you will do it anyway because it feels good. Because the high of a new year tricks you into believing everything will magically change. And that's the scam you fall for. That's the lie that keeps you stuck. Why does January get to be the signal that you fix your life? Why not March? Why not September? Why not a Wednesday afternoon in June at 3:39 p.m? The truth is that you can decide to change your life any day. Every single day is a chance to reset. But if you are going to use January as your catalyst, you need to see beyond the high, beyond the lies, beyond the unrealistic expectations. You need to intentionally create a different system. Think of it like a puzzle that once put together helps you instantly understand what needs doing. And the first piece of this puzzle starts in the most unexpected place. When you are trying to figure out your life, everyone tells you to find your purpose or discover your passion, but that can be paralyzing. Most people genuinely don't know what they want. I did not know what I wanted for a very long time. So here's where we need to flip the script. What do you not want? Let's start from there. Think about it. Everyone knows what they don't want. That uncle who drifts through life with no purpose. That friend down the street with so much potential but decided to settle for mediocrity. The family patterns you grew up watching. The limiting beliefs that held your parents back. The situations you experienced that you do not want your kids to experience. You know exactly what you don't want. The problem is that you haven't spent enough time reflecting on those things you do not want. So right now, I want you to pause this video, pull out your phone or a notebook, open it up, take up a pen and write down 3 situations or realities you absolutely dread in your life and you do not want to become those things. 3 things that you want to run away from. This is your anti-vision and this is the first place you need to start with. This is the first piece of the puzzle because once you know what you are running from, you suddenly gain clarity on what you are running towards. Basically, it is the opposite. Financial abundance instead of barely scraping by. A strong body instead of disease and decay. Deep relationships instead of loneliness. But knowing where you are going isn't enough. You need a vehicle to get you there. I want you to imagine this with me. You are the main character in a movie. You find yourself, let's say, in a dangerous place. Doesn't matter how you got there. But if you stay too long in this place, the bad guys would catch up to you. And when they do, it is not going to be pleasant. But you've heard of a safe haven in a distance, somewhere not so far away. High walls, tight security. It's a place where you can finally breathe. So you decide to run to that place. You look at the distance and you realize you probably need something to get you there. If you can afford it, you find a pickup truck, a sport car, even a horse, whatever you can get your hands on. If you can't afford it, your legs will probably do the trick. So you use it. The important thing is that you pick a vehicle and you move. Let me translate what this means in a real sense. The bad guys, that is your anti-vision. What you are running from, what we defined earlier, the first piece of the puzzle. The safe haven is what you do want, the opposite of everything you dread. The vehicle is how you get there. For financial abundance, your vehicle might be business. any type of business. It could be drop shipping, content creation, real estate, photography, consulting, one person business, doesn't matter which one, but you just need one. For a healthy body, your vehicle might be running, lifting, gym, calisthenics, martial arts, whatever. All vehicles work. You just have to pick one and stick with it long enough to make progress. But here's where it gets interesting. Here's where most people completely mess this up. After defining what you don't want, thereby having a sense of what you want and also the vehicle that would get you there, most people stop here and they say, okay, I'm going to make $10,000 in 2026, or I'm going to read 24 books, or I'm going to run consistently. They write it down, they feel excited, they genuinely believe the new year will be different for them. And then February rolls in and nothing happens. They remain the same. Why? Because a goal without a system is just a wish dressed in New Year resolutions clothing. This is the next piece of the puzzle. You see, the problem isn't that your goals are too big. The problem isn't that you lack discipline. The problem is that you are looking at your goals from the wrong direction. You are staring at this massive mountain, 260 kilometers, 24 books, $10,000, and your brain immediately goes into overwhelm mode. That's impossible. You tell yourself, I don't have time, I don't even know where to start. And you are right, from where you are standing, it is almost impossible. But what if there was a way to make the impossible trivial? This is the final piece of the puzzle. This is what changed everything for you. You see, here's what nobody tells you. You need to reverse engineer your goals. Not forward, but backwards. Let me show you exactly what this means. Let's say your goal is to run 260 kilometers in 2026. Most people look at that number and freeze. 260 kilometers feels massive, almost impossible. Where would you even start from? Genuinely. But watch what happens when we reverse engineer it. 260 kilometers in a year, when we break that down into quarters, that is 65 kilometers per quarter. When we break that down into months, that's about 22 kilometers per month. When we break that down into weeks, that's 5 kilometers per week. 5 kilometers per week, and that's it. That's your goal, not 260 kilometers. That number is irrelevant to your daily life. It doesn't make sense. The only job is to run 5 kilometers this week. Can you do that? Of course you can. That's like a 30-minute jog. That's totally doable per day. Your goals fail every year, not because you are lazy, not because you lack discipline, but because you never broke them down into tiny, laughable, simple daily action that actually build towards them. You were trying to climb the entire mountain in one leap instead of one step at a time. Your goal to read 24 books, that's 2 books per month. That's reading for 20 minutes before bed. If your goal is to make $10,000, break that into monthly revenue target, then weekly actions, then daily habits. Your goal to quit soda, that's saying no to 1 can of soda every day, then 1 can tomorrow, then 1 can the day after. That's it. Take your yearly goals, break it into quarterly milestones, then into monthly targets, then weekly objectives, then finally daily actions, daily habits. Those daily actions stack into weekly progress. Weekly progress stacks into monthly results. Monthly results stack into quarterly weeks, and quarterly wins become your yearly transformation. So suddenly the impossible becomes inevitable. So here's what you're going to do in the next 24 hours. Not next week, not on January 1st. Today, you're going to pick one goal for 2026 or whatever year it is. Just one. Maybe it's financial, maybe it's physical, maybe it's relational. It doesn't matter. Write down that goal, then reverse engineer it. Year to quarter, quarter to month, month to week, week to day. What is the one tiny action you need to take today to move towards that goal? Then that's your entire focus. Your goals aren't too big. They never were too big. They just need to be broken down into building blocks so small that failure becomes harder than success. So for once, go all in on your goals. Not next year, not when you feel ready. Right now. Like right now. Give your future self a fighting chance. Trust yourself to figure it out as you go. Because avoiding the discomfort of change leads to the greatest pain of all. Trust me, regret. Nothing is more freeing than knowing you gave it everything. And I mean everything. So for once, give it all you've got, holding nothing back. Look, I know this can still feel overwhelming, taking everything you just learned and actually implementing it. in your life. That's why I created a free 26-day email series specifically designed to take you from lost and confused to crystal clear on exactly how you should navigate 2026 and beyond. Every day for 26 days, you will get one email with one action step. The link is the first you will see in the description below. So click on it and join. I will see you in your inbox. And more importantly, I will see the transformed version of you in the new year. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.